Welcome back, Night Owls. In this episode of Obsession, the Social Media Hour, my colleague Mike Marner
Hey guys.
and I will be discussing the odd obsession with swiping left, or in other words, Tinder. For those who have been able to escape the dreaded app called Tinder, it's a way for 18 plus to 55 plus to connect by setting a range or distance anywhere from 1 to 100 miles. The awkward thing about this app, if you're not already turned off, is you can see how close a person is to you the last time they've been on the account. The obsession part, everyone cannot stop swiping left, and occasionally right. It has taken over the dating aspect of meeting someone in person and also increases the results of catfishing or a fake identity.
So Tinder. What can I say about Tinder?
I'm guessing by your reaction that you've used this before.
Well, not that I'm willing to admit it, but if I were to use it, hypothetically speaking, I would say it is addicting just from the stories I've heard, just to make that clear, not from me.
Okay. So, again, hypothetically speaking,
Mhm.
what do you think makes this app so attractive?
Since I'm studying to be a game designer, I've learned a few qualities of games that make applications more addictive or what makes people come back for more.
Okay, so what qualities, so to speak, make this addictive to a woman or man of any age group?
I'm probably have to say it'd probably be the reward.
Being what?
Well, the actual activity of swiping left and right gives the quality of chance. I believe people come back for more because of this trait, just because they never know what's going to happen. And the reward, well, I guess you could just say if you think someone's cute and they think the same, you get a nice big fat, it's a match in
It's a
caps.
match!
It's a match in all caps. It just pops up right on your screen. I feel like that quality makes people excited, but not necessarily eager to talk to the other person.
I'm a little confused. What makes you say people aren't eager to talk to one another? Isn't that what Tinder's for, to find people you want to, date?
Of course, that's the main purpose of its function to be a dating website, and I guess it's how, Tinder changed the dating game that's played overall. However, from my friends' experiences, or from experiences that I've heard overall, they always talk about how quote unquote so and so is so out of the league because they're quote unquote oh so cute, but quote unquote I'm just gonna swipe right and see what happens. And when the two match, there's that slight freak out where everyone jumps on one another and starts screaming, saying, "Oh my God!" And you
Mm-hmm.
just stand there freaking out because you don't know what's going on and someone's attacking you. But after that, it just becomes a standstill. And no one messages one another, or someone just uses a corny pick line that someone previously that you matched with does as well.
Like, did it hurt falling from heaven?
No, why?
I don't know. I never used that corny pickup line. But anyway, that doesn't seem very entertaining.
Just because it's repetitive and the functionality is repetitive, its repetition and high chance rate to match with somebody who's quote unquote unmatchable is what makes the application so addictive.
Alright, well, I'm old fashioned, if you would say. But
I
there's
don't know
still
about
some. There's still something a little off to me about meeting up with a stranger who you met on a free app.
that. No, I completely agree with that. That's why you should meet up with them before you meet them, if you get what I'm saying.
Um, no, I don't, because that kind of defeats the purpose of Tinder, don't you think?
Well, yes and no. At first you can get the person's number, you can call them, you can have them on social media like Instagram or Snapchat so you can at least see that they're a real person so they're not catfishing you.
Right.
Or you can even FaceTime them to kind of put it together so you get a face and the voice at the same time so you know that they're a real person. And, therefore when that happens, you're you're not going to get yourself into some crazy situation and you're going to be in a public place and I emphasize public.
So you shouldn't meet in a back alley.
No, I would definitely not say back alley. If you want to go to a back alley, you do
I'm just
you.
saying,
But I
there's
don't
a
do back
limited
alleys.
amount of places you could go
I'm saying
nowadays.
Starbucks, go to a public place, maybe a food court, like get some
Right.
Chinese, make them
Ooh.
buy you Chinese. Like you don't pay. You never pay. You let them pay for
Alright,
you.
well, going back to FaceTiming and all of that, don't you think that the entire show Catfishing is dedicated to years of people getting catfished, even though they have so many social media apps out there?
Yeah, true, but I feel like nobody really goes out of their way to figure out if this person's real or not, and that's why they're getting catfished. Like, yes, these people are using pictures, but those people who are shady in that
Hmm.
sense, they're not making the attempt to, prove themselves. And if they're not going to prove themselves, obviously they're not real.
Right.
and that's when you should kind of step away from that person.
All right. Well, there you have it, everyone. But in case you're still curious, you can download Tinder free on your smartphone to test out the reigns. And if you already tested out some and you have some crazy wild stories for us to share, text us or tweet us at Night Owl, hashtag Tinder Addiction. See you next week to discuss how hashtags can actually ruin your chances with potential employees. Have a great night.
Thanks, guys. See you later.